Hey everyone, today I'm going to review the DNA-based fitness coach certification from ISSA. So I have taken several certifications through ISSA, and I have to say that the DNA-based fitness coach content was much more in-depth than I expected. It truly impressed me. I honestly thought that it would be pretty surface level material, that it wouldn't have a lot of detail and it wouldn't really be worth it, but I was wrong. So this is a slightly shorter course than you have with things like the Yoga 200 certification or the personal trainer certification. Obviously, the cost reflects that, but it is still very comprehensive. You can see here that there are 12 modules. Now, this is set up so that you go through your modules about once per week, but you don't have to. Ideally, you go through at whatever pace works for you. Now that is, for me, usually one module per week, but some of the larger modules might take me 2 weeks to get through just because I don't want to rush through this information. It is actually better for me to take the time I need to really absorb it than to just rush through it so I can click through a box. Now, what you'll see here is the textbook. So this is the textbook that comes with this particular certification. It's the genetics-based program design. I love this textbook. I have physical copies of all of these because I really like being able to refer back to this content time and time again without having to log in and sift through it. I can just flip through a book. I can actually take my books with me, which I've done. After recently completing a DNA-based coaching course, or training session with someone, I had the book with me just in case, and I'm glad I did because there were questions asked that I needed to look up before I was able to answer. So all of this content, you'll see here, there's a lot of information here. A lot of information about genetic testing, weight loss ability, how your body responds to macronutrients, minerals, vitamins, exercise, all of those things based on your genetics. Now, for me, this was all incredibly interesting because these first few modules focused a lot on um, genetic testing, what to consider, how genetic testing works. And that's something I've looked into. That's something I've actually had done for myself, and my family's all done it because we wanted to just know what things we could do more proactively for the sake of longevity. And it turns out that information has been very useful, not just for overall health and wellness, things like metabolism, but for weight loss ability and macronutrient utilization. And it really provides a lot of key details on making sure that you uh, are giving your clients realistic information. So one of the things I really liked was weight loss ability, this chapter in particular. You can see here that there are a lot of elements contained in this chapter, and to my surprise, they were very in-depth. No surface level garbage here. In-depth information about how specific biomarkers correlate to an individual's ability to lose weight, to gain muscle, all based on things like diet, exercise, strength training, and cardio work in particular. Now, these, I cannot stress enough, were very detailed chapters. Content that broke down the exact biomarker, the exact thing that might indicate their genotype as average, below average, what have you, and what that means for things like weight loss. So this content is very detailed. I really love the textbook. I was genuinely impressed, and I have already had several of my clients asking to sign up for DNA-based fitness programs. They want special coaching sessions based on their DNA test results because they are dealing with things like being pre-diabetic or having a doctor recommend Ozempic, and they want to look for other ways to deal with overall health and wellness. Now, one of the other things I like about this course is the documents they give you. So obviously the first download is going to be your book. You can buy this book in a hard copy. And then you have over here guidance on how to implement DNA testing. So this is a great opportunity here. You can become an affiliate with Genetic Direction, and you can just sign up here and follow that information. And then once you're approved as an affiliate, you order your personal genetic testing kit, and that's only $10. That is incredibly low. I did not pay $10 for mine when I went through a third party. And then, of course, to have it processed, they send it to the mail. They send it to you in the mail, and there is a $200 fee for the DNA analysis, and then you get your results. And those results come in about 2 to 3 weeks. That is pretty standard. I have reviewed and compared about 9 different companies that provide DNA testing and genetics and biomarkers and whatnot before I ended up getting my test done. And this is pretty standard. This fee is actually very reasonable. And after that, those results come and you can finish all of this information that you have here in the guided module and start offering personalized information to your clients. And benefit, now you can have them get the test, you can coach them on the results of their test, but now you have your test results. And people are going to listen when they know you've done it. I have people who've listened because I've done it. And they know that I know what's going on because I have adjusted things like my exercise program, the frequency with which I exercise, and the type of exercise based on those results. This is a wonderful genetics-based programming table. It will help you with your coaching for people who want DNA-based fitness coaching. So very similar to the personal coaching that you're going to give, this is going to help them get specific information for how you want to deal with cardio or strength training. If you get another certification through ISSA, like the nutrition coach, then you can use the information on things like protein utilization in tandem with your nutrition services. So this to me is a great offering. It's very affordable. It's a wonderful way to keep other certifications you have current in the form of continuing education units. But more importantly, I absolutely loved the information here. I have seen a huge uptick in the number of people who are asking for DNA tests, who are using results from a DNA test to modify how they eat and how they exercise. And you can be at the forefront of that with ISSA's DNA-based fitness coach certification.